Welcome back to the channel, Pokemaniacs. We have new official images of the super articulated figures in the upcoming wave. First up, officially, we have Armor Rouge, which I think looks pretty good. If hopefully it's better than Ceruledge, but I don't know if it's going to be since they are incredibly similar Pokemon. As much as I love Ceruledge, it just, I don't know, it didn't live up to I think what we were hoping for. Also, the images on these products, the poses are just super awkward. So if you want to take a look, I will have links down in the description for amazon.de. So most of you probably won't be able to order anything off of that, but you know, it's nice to see that it's coming soon. As well as the Noivern, which is going to be an interesting figure. I like Noivern. I think it's a really cool looking Pokemon, but just looking at some of the like technology, I guess, of how they implemented the articulation on the figure, just leaves me wanting a little bit, like just seeing those massive hinges inside the wings. Like, I think it's fine, but I think we could do better, personally. Thankfully, with these two figures, we do get the picture of the back of the box, which does finally confirm that this wave will consist of the Armor Rouge, Noivern, Gallade, and the reprint of Charizard with the new technology. So it'll have like different, like better hip joints, for example. So maybe like a fine wave, I think, overall for most people. Personally, I'll probably be going for maybe the Charizard and the Noivern. I never picked up a Charizard originally, but at least does confirm that the Scizor and the Charizard Y that we've been seeing recently is going to be in the wave after this. So maybe that wave is going to be the one that like everyone's really going to be hyped on. We'll see. Then on EB Games Australia, they do have some new 4-inch vinyl figures. We've got one of Rowlet, and then we have one of Jolteon, which both are looking fantastic. Personally, these vinyls have been popping up in a couple different places. Off the top of my head, I think it's Ross. Walmart has also been getting quite a few of them. Personally, I would need that Rowlet and the Riolu, so we'll be keeping an eye out for these on shelves. If you like your collectibles a little bit more huggable, there are new Squishmallow Hug Me's up on Mox Lunch. They've got the Charmander as well as the Grookey, which these, I don't know, these crack me up because they just look like they just ate a ton of food. They're just like stuffed. The plushies are 10-inch plushies, and they've got that polyester outside, but they are Squishmallows, so I imagine they are very cuddly. And speaking of Squishmallows, we do have new regular Squishmallows coming up. This next wave is going to have Slowpoke as well as Growlithe, which I think I might pick up that Growlithe. He's a little round boy. He's looking pretty good. But Slowpoke is also looking fantastic. I'm happy to say that like at least most of these Squishmallows have translated pretty well, so I think they're doing a good job. As well as there's our new Snorlax, so exclusive to Target, there is a new holiday Snorlax up on the website. So if you want to order that, I will have it linked here on the screen somewhere. There's also down in the description if you want to pick one up for yourself. Snorlax has his cute little Santa hat as well as a little candy cane treat. And recently, Jazzwares did officially announce there is a new 24-inch sitting Sylveon. They said to get it now, but I'm not exactly sure what website it's on. So if you found it, please let me know down in the comments. I was searching around for it and I couldn't find this exact plushie anywhere, at least listed online. So maybe it's popping up in stores. Let me know if you found it so far down in the comments. And apologies for missing last week. Life has just been a little crazy, specifically like work, a lot of projects going on, trying to get some stuff done. But also I have my sister out right now, so shout out to my wife for keeping her entertained, because I'm down here doing Pokemon news. But overall, thank you guys for your patience. Thanks for always watching videos, and please prioritize mental health. It's very important. Take some time off of work if you can. Take a long weekend, 3-day weekend. We got the holidays coming up, but like it's important to take some time off where you just, I'm gonna do nothing, play some games, read, whatever it is you do. Continuing on with the collectibles though, we've got a new Funko Pop. We've got the Jumbo Ninetales coming out. This is going to be exclusive to Target, and it is going to be the 10-inch version. So this is the Jumbos. They're fairly large. It should be coming up on a Funko Friday on the 14th. So it's coming up kind of quick. So heads up, that should be coming. Ninetales, pretty cool Pokemon, one of my favorite fire types. So I don't know. I don't really collect the Jumbos though, but maybe you do. So I'll try to get the information out there for you guys once it does become available. Then for my Loungefly collectors, there are some new bags. We've got this new Gengar Floral Crossbody bag. Just a nice little pouch, fairly simple. No design on the inside, but it is one of the more affordable Loungeflies. And plus Gengar, you gotta love Gengar. Additionally, we've got this Eevee Berries mini backpack, and I kind of like this pattern. I like the little berries Eevee's looking fairly cute as usual. But overall, kind of a simple bag, but I like just the line artwork to it. And again, it is in like the lower price point for the mini backpack, so no interior liner, but still overall, great looking bag. And then these items, along with anything else I can in the video, I'll be sure to link those down in the description for you in case you want to pick anything up. But these items, you might need to go head out to Target. I mean, I feel like we're usually at Target anyways, but there are some new goldfish crackers for my food collectors out there. We've got some new Pokemon shaped ones alongside the regular snack that smiles back. There's also some like Pokeball little crackers in there, as well as a Pikachu. I'm not sure if there's any others that might be in there, but at least those 3 shapes should be in the bags. So if you're into collecting food, or maybe you just want to have like a little fun treat, those are possibly out on shelves. There's, as far as we can tell, there's no like official announcement quite yet. People have just been kind of finding those and like the Campbell's soups just randomly on their shelves. The English Pokemon Center gave us some fun items here. We've got some new Eeveelution socks, and these aren't just like regular socks. When you put them on, well, one, we've got all the Eeveelutions represented here, which is fantastic to see. Some cool colors, fun little stripes on there. But when you put them on, the little heads of the Eeveelution peek out over the top of your shoe, which is not necessarily my style, but I think it's super cute, and then that's just like a fun idea. So maybe good for like walking around the house or something. And it could be good to wear with your comfy friend plushies, because there was a restock on Pokemon Center. So these fluffy little dudes are back in stock. They're still, right before I filmed this video, they are still in stock. Specifically, I love the Bidoof, and I just love that they did the substitute doll. I just think it's fun when they do stuff like that for the little collections. So those are, like I said, still available up on Pokemon Center. But arguably a lot cooler, on the Japanese side, we got a new Charizard statue. And however you feel about Charizard, the statue, I feel like it's still really freaking cool. So we've got Mega Charizard X and Y duking it out in this really epic statue made by Bandai. We've got the dark flames and the regular flames, whatever, kind of clashing and mixing together as these two Charizards duke it out and swirl around each other. It's looking fantastic. I don't know, I'm very interested in this. However, it is a fairly expensive statue, so just kind of heads up. It is 8.25 inches tall, roughly. So it is a fairly decent size, but still, just heads up. I think it's like at the current exchange rates, somewhere around like $160, which I think is probably in the neighborhood for like a figure like this. So pretty cool, but just heads up, it's an investment. The statue does come out July of 2026, so heads up. But with the order, you do get these clear files that you can just put whatever you need to in, but I don't know, just like an additional perk, I guess, which is always nice. But if you're looking for maybe some more affordable statues, figures, there's some new Re-Ments. With this time, we've got the Relaxing Home figures. These are going to be releasing on February 23rd. So maybe just like a little bit of a delay, but just in time for maybe some like spring cleaning. You can kind of have that theme going on in your figures. Surprisingly, another set though without a Pikachu. Technically, I mean, we got a Pichu combo in there, but no Pikachu. So I think that's like the last 2, maybe 3 sets that we've had without a Pikachu. It's interesting, but we got a good collection of just like normal-ish, I guess, like pet Pokemon in here. So like we've got the Yamper, we've got the Fido, Skitty, Eevee, Minccino. So just kind of fun to see them. And I just love the style of the Re-Ment figures. I don't know, I've been talking about these for years. I love them. I think they're super cool, and they're always so creative with the ideas. I don't know. They just never, I feel like they never run out of ideas. In video game news, last week we got a new trailer for the Mega Dimension DLC for Legends ZA. It's looking pretty cool. Although personally, the art of Raichu X and Y is way cooler than I think like them actually in the game. But that's my personal opinion. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments how you feel. In the trailer, though, we did get to make a touch a little bit on the story, as well as getting introduced to some new characters, which have some familiarity. So we'll see how that kind of works out with the story overall. But we also got reintroduced to some characters like Karina, which is super cool to see. We've got this like official image here of her, and this girl is just strapped with Mega Stones. It seems like, I don't know if that's good for her body. I don't know. Like, I know like canonically she's supposed to be like some descendant of like Mega Evolution. I don't know. I just feel like that seems really excessive for her to just have a Lucario. But I don't know. We'll see how that kind of pans out in the story. But she also kind of looks a little crazy, if I'm honest, like with those eyes. I don't know. We'll see. But in the past, I really liked Karina. I don't know. We'll see how the story kind of pans out. The trailer also was able to showcase us that we're going to have Pokemon over level 100, which, I don't know. I'm not like too excited by that personally, but it is pretty cool just to like make the end game a little bit more challenging, a little bit more exciting, so you're not just like one-shotting stuff still, even though you're battling like level 70 Pokemon. I don't know. It's a cool way to help make the DLC packs a little bit more engaging. So I think that's pretty cool. We also got to see some new Mega Evolution, which is kind of fun. And at a certain point, I'm very interested just to kind of see, will we just get Mega Evolution for every Pokemon down the line? But I think it was really cool that Baxcalibur got a Mega Evolution, even if it's not like the biggest change to the Pokemon. It's the first Passio Pokemon to get a Mega Evolution, and that's really cool. In the trailer, it also seemed like we have quite a bit of Galar representation in the new world, or the new like version of Lumio City. So a lot of Galar representation, which I thought was interesting, which I think there's some speculation that maybe that ties into the story a little bit with Galar and Lumio City, but we'll see how it kind of goes. But in the game, you also get to make donuts with Hoopa, which is kind of fun. Always love like an interesting, fun little concept in the games. But it also seems like at some point, you're going to be able to make these donuts that oddly resemble Groudon and Kyogre. Specifically, their primal reversions, like the red orb, blue orb. So I'm going to go ahead and just make the assumption that those two Pokemon are going to have some sort of impact in the game, since primal reversion is basically Mega Evolution, which then at some point I'm sure Rayquaza, excuse me, is going to probably have some sort of play in this, because then Rayquaza also Mega Evolves, which I always thought was weird that Groudon and Kyogre primal revert, but then Rayquaza just has Mega Evolution. Like, why didn't he get a primal reversion? I don't know, felt weird. We also saw that in addition to those Mega Evolutions, we got teased on the 19th, there's going to be an additional announcement showcasing, we're guessing, more evolutions, Mega Evolutions, and then a third one will be coming at a later date, probably before the announcement, because the game is coming out on December 10th, and if you do pre-order the DLC, however you feel about it, you're going to be able to get some freebies like the Holo X and Holo Y apparel sets, which, I don't know, they're kind of fun, I guess. Like the pink pants is kind of fun. But then you do get the luxury Pokeball set for pre-ordering all of that. They're minor things, but I mean, if you're going to buy it anyways, might as well get some free stuff. And speaking of free stuff, even if you don't buy the DLC, there is a new mystery gift available. You can just get this online, and you can get yourself the quest for Diancie in the game, and you also, once you complete the quest, be able to get the Diancite, so you can Mega Evolve Diancie, which is kind of nice, because it kind of reminds me of back in like Gen 4, when we were able to like go to GameStop, get the downloaded content into our DSs, and like do the story mission to get the Pokemon. I kind of like that concept, so this is kind of fun, and maybe like a good sign that we'll be getting back to something like that, instead of it just download and there you go, you got the Pokemon. I don't know, it's more fun to like play through something and earn it. In card news, Walmart made the official announcement that they are limiting orders through the site and in store when you're purchasing TCG products. So now the limit is going to be 5 items of TCG products per visit, which hopefully bodes very well for collectors, for fans, and honestly for kids, because I know parents have been just struggling lately. I've seen a lot of these like TikToks, reels of just scalpers just being jerks. But hopefully this helps out. I mean, the queues are still just massive. Like, I'm still missing out on product when it comes to like Walmart drops and stuff, but hopefully this helps. There's a lot of stuff coming up real soon with like the Black Friday drops, and just some really cool stuff coming up, like this new special set coming out in January around Mega Evolution. The set will be coming out on January 30th. We don't have the name of it quite yet, but it should include some cards like the Mega Dragonite EX, and also the like Mega Attack rares that we saw these three cards specifically during the Worlds teasers at the end of the competition, which look way cooler in Japanese text. There's also like the English text on top of the, like, for the Japanese cards, and it just looks ridiculous to me. I don't know, maybe the Japanese feel the same about these English versions, but hopefully some of these restrictions that the stores are putting out, and also like Barnes & Noble is now like carrying cards very consistently and selling those, and like even having their own exclusive promo cards for the new sets. Like hopefully these are good moves, and it helps get more cards into collector hands, but time will tell. And we were able to confirm that GameStop is going to exclusively have the Team Rocket's Moltres EX Ultra Premium Collection for Black Friday. And as far as we can tell, it is in-store only, which I don't know. I think it's like probably a good move. I kind of like that they've been doing this in-person stuff. I just wish there was more GameStops, because like literally it's like a half-hour drive for me to go get to a GameStop. Bigger problem is I'm not going to be in town for this. I'm not going to be in the country for this Black Friday drop, so that kind of bums me out a little bit. But if you are also going to be missing out on this drop, or if you do end up missing out on this drop, not sure how many each store is going to get, but the promo cards inside are just kind of like restamped cards, so it technically isn't a new card, but if you are like a hardcore collector, maybe it's still a little bit of heartbreak there. There are going to be 18 packs inside, and with current, I don't know if it's inflation numbers, tariff numbers, distributors being greedy, GameStop being greedy, I'm guessing this thing is probably going to be at least $120. I don't think we've seen a price on it quite yet while I film this, but just something to prepare for, I guess. And the preparations continue over at the Poké Park Kanto over in Japan. We've got some new like rooftop images of the park that's still under construction, but it should be opening next year. And in this image, we got that peak of that little like Mankey up on the rooftop. Obviously not the best angle, but over here we do see some other Pokemon. We got like the Sprigatito and Linton together, which is, I love that combo together. And also, I'm fairly certain we got some Pidgeys over there, which, epic, you know? This image does show quite a few more Pokemon. We've got like Diglett out in the field. We've got what looks to be like some Drillbur, some Excadrill. Just, I don't know, this is super fun. Like it's, I mean, I know that doesn't seem like any of these Pokemon are animated or like animatronics or anything like that, but it's still really fun to think about just like walking through this like kind of like nature walk type thing, and then there's just like Pokemon just peeking out through the bushes, through the trees. I think that's super cool. Over here, also additionally, like, because sometimes I kind of forget how big Pokemon are, so it's kind of fun to see like a life-size Venusaur out there that you could like potentially go stand by, take your photo with, and like just get like wrap your head around the actual concept of how like the real size of a Pokemon. I think that's super cool. There's even a Steelix out there which looks absolutely massive, and that's super fun to me too. And unfortunately the park's going to be opening well after I'm visiting there, but hey, always need a good reason to go back, right? But I hope you guys are well. Comment down below, what are you collecting right now? Anything you've seen in your stores? Anything cool? Put it down there. Let's help each other out and see what we can find in our stores. Thank you guys for spending some time with me today. Like, share, subscribe, all the things. Take care of each other out there, and I'll see you very soon on the next one.